Excellent work. The main Tuatha encampment lies ahead. Take cover with me there, and we'll discuss the final assault. The Tuatha are consumed by madness and deserve only death. We shall give it to them. The main Tuatha encampment lies ahead. Take cover with me there, and we'll discuss the final assault. I'll be here. The final Tuatha encampment is just ahead. It looks like they are led by the Witch Knight Decidin. I cannot deceive you. This will be a suicide mission, but we've come too far to turn back now. We need only kill Decidin, and Shadow Pass will be rid of the Tuatha. Press forward. We have shattered 2 of their lines, but their command position is still ahead. We must break them now, before they can regroup. Until later, then. Be vigilant. We are deep in the heart of the Tuatha madness. He has killed countless Alfar. When the Tuatha first pushed us across the sea, Decidin led the vanguard. I lost many friends that day, and I have not forgotten the one who slaughtered them. Stay safe.
It is unusual for anyone, especially those of mortal race, to venture down here. To travel so far from the glare of the surface. Perhaps you wish to learn how to become unseen? These caverns used to be dark and peaceful. I found a certain serenity in the absence of light. Now this place is aglow with these irritating crystals, and it is far too bright. It has always been in my nature to shy away from others in the world. I prefer to remain unseen. I have had nothing to do with the Tuatha, and they have had nothing to do with me. I did not hide from them. They just never found me. Stay quiet.
Hello, friend.
Legend has it that the wall surrounding Alabastra forms a perfect and natural spiral. We protect it. Well, what's left of it.
Gadflow's corruption has reduced my homeland to this barren waste. And it's only getting worse. The Pale Country, once the peaceful home to the Winter Court. Now Gadflow squats in her heart like a rat in the flesh. My homeland will not suffer this indignity. Together, we must extract the Tuatha, even if it means the end of my people. Bale, the icy heart of my people, with bridges of woven stone and ice. It sickens me to think of what Gadflow's people have done to it. House of Pride, our shining beacon. Now its light is dim and faltering, but it still stands against the darkness, as it always has. Before Gadflow's rise, he was a battered whelp of a fae. Now his suffering has only added to his power. I hear he keeps a stable of trolls, but I can't be sure if they're his pets or his lovers. Dren is the defender of the House of Pride. He may help the Tuatha, but he doesn't serve them. Legend says it was where the first alliance between enemies was formed. And we Fae do so love to repeat legends, don't we? We've still got plenty of this blasted wasteland to go. You're lucky you don't remember how beautiful they used to be. Before Gadflow. Well, keep your wits about you. These Prismia crystals are alive, and inside them, I feel something horrible and hungry. I've spent countless centuries in these lands. I promise, I know a few shortcuts. Watch out for Twilight Pass. Whatever's happening here, it's getting worse.
The anger festers in the heart, and perfectly you play the part of hero to the summer's west, bringing Tuatha to their rest. Why do you try so hard in vain? Why bring the others senseless pain? Don't you see, mortal, don't you see the body impaled on the tree? Will you not witness their loss and feed upon the awful dross? Or walk again past corpses new, without care for the rotting few?
Another offering for gospel. Listen,
Greetings. That's the last of them. We've paid a heavy price, but Shadow Pass is ours. I'll make camp here until reinforcements arrive. It was an honor to fight by your side. Maybe this will help you out. Until later, then.
The House of Vengeance enacted the whims of our mad king. The divided court approached by force or by rebirth. The Winter Fae dwindled before this wave of frenzied strife, and before long, they were soldiers in an immortal army, or they were outcast. The greatest of vengeance, Malwyn, Claran, Vescain among them, became his witch knights. War had come again to the Fae, but instead of by Lord Own, it was Gadflow the king without a winter.
What do you want?
I hope we leave soon. All this waiting is driving me mad.
Death is a mortal fear. It is torture I dread.
I heard that Clan Eventide has no survivors. That Gask sent them all to the cycle.
I'm busy.
I just want to be left alone.
I wonder if Ordo and Nell escaped from Eventide. I guess I'll never know.
I am surprised to see a mortal so far south, especially after what your kind has done. Before, there was balance. The Great Cycle cradled us all. Now there is only death and despair. Barrett was right about you. Your mortality is contagious. He was the wisest of us, the sage of Twilight Pass. His first lifetimes were spent as a House of Seasons guide, learning to trust the flow of the Great Cycle, to listen. But I have not glimpsed Barrett since the attack, and I fear for his safety. If you journey to Eventide, find him, for me. I am from the clan of Ashmore. After our home was destroyed, I went looking for survivors. These few remaining Fae I found in hiding, but I cannot guide them out of danger without aid. At one time, the clan of Eventide thrived, until the Tuatha marched through the pass, slaughtering its people and razing its places. It sickens me to think of all the destruction and malice he has brought to our people. Someday, he will be overcome. Perhaps, I suppose, it is possible by a mere child of dust such as you. It was one of the 3 summer houses tending to Fae memorials to prepare them for their renewal on this land. I don't know what has become of it now. A dark and bleak land to the north. There has never been such a certainty, such blind faith in the gifts of this world. But whether by Gadflow's hand, or your kin's clumsier ones, we are all in danger. Now we Fae perish as you do, never to return. Voices lost in the smoke of Gadflow's god. There is no winter and summer any longer, only the autumn of falling leaves. Tuatha controlled the whole area. It saddens me to think how many of our land's treasures they have taken by now. The caverns of Twilight Pass were long ago seized by the Mergen. Their queens block the passages, spawning more of the beasts to hunt us down if we venture too close. It is a blessing that we've evaded them this long. You are, by my reckoning, a step closer to absolution. No sins are entirely unforgivable, not even those of mortals. Come, the tunnel is not long, but my people are weak and unfit for combat, and the Mergen are clever. Let's go. Your eyes may be sharp, but these shadows are the blackest in Alabastra. There is an exit to Shadow Pass at the end of the cavern. If my people can reach it, they will find refuge behind the Alfar lines. Let's go. This isn't over. This isn't over. On behalf of the Ashmore survivors, I thank you, mortal. Now go. Others need you still. See you again.
Tell me of this, Aethel. The light of water emblazoned upon the wall. It poured with a multitude of souls of peace. Escaped the well and flowed the pattern. It will forever sing the twilight of ethereal harmony, balance moved.
Many thanks, mortal. I will remain to look out for other Ashmore survivors. Now that the survivors have made it safely out of the cave, I will be staying with them to do whatever it takes to protect them. It sickens me to think of all the destruction and malice he has brought to our people. Someday, he will be overcome. Perhaps I suppose it is possible by a mere child of dust such as you. See you again. Many thanks, mortal. See you again.
Reinforcements will arrive soon. Don't worry. Until later, then. Reinforcements will arrive. I'll be here.
O gloried stranger in our land, bringing death with the fate's own hand, filling the graves with corpses new, that feed the vultures, mortals too. Yes, they'll eat the flesh of the dead, and tear the limbs off, and the head. They only need the slightest lie to give them reason as to why their minds should be free from all guilt. And that is how your morals wilt. Continue, stranger, in our home, where demons tread and evils roam. For you are now a part of woe, blight, dusk, ruin, and living foe.
You must hurry. There is much to do. Gask and his forces are preparing to march. They know about the caves and will not cease until every last one of us has been slain. And there are the survivors of Eventide to consider. I have not heard a whisper from across the pass. And Esha, she plots a fool's errand. We must stop her. Much to do. Last I heard, he was working to understand the beasts known as Murgan. But I have not seen him in so long and could not tell you what became of him. She was once of the House of Vengeance, and has always served as the guardian of Ashmore. But she is only one warrior against Gask's legions. Esha fears an attack, and wishes to lead survivors to safety through the caverns. Perhaps you can talk her out of it. She readies her people below. An agent of Gadflow, and head witch knight of Cadsamir, one whose acts define him. Little is known of him, but this is not important. His actions here are a grim enough tale. They did not sense the changing of the tide as I did. They had no warning. The first of Gask's soldiers occupied the pass, severing Ashmore from Eventide, ending all communication between us. We of Ashmore retreated into these caverns and know not of what fate befell Eventide since. There are many good folk there, Bareth, Nell, and even Ordo. Ashmore and Eventide stand astride the pass, the corridor leading from Bale to the wider world. When we refused to stand aside for him, he ripped his way through. Wonderful! Your attack will give us time to organize an escape. Do not underestimate Gask. He is among Gadflow's best for a reason. His camp of Cadsamir is to the north, but you must defeat his witch knights along with the Fae himself. I have faith in you. He lords over Twilight Pass from the plateau above, rarely seen, his minions executing his bloody work. Both he and they prefer it thus. Be careful.
But Gadflow was not content to rule the Court of Winter. Mortals would bow before him as well. And so he made war on your people and drove them from the Eastern lands. The Alfar fell before an avalanche of corrupted fervor. The Tuatha acted as one army, and built the Prismere Chantries as new idols of their false mountain god, their Tirnoch.
Help a friend out, won't you? There's a release for this cage on a wall there. I am called Ordo. You have my thanks, stranger. I was beginning to worry that no one would ever come, that I would stare at these same walls until I was drawn behind the veil. He was a respected member of the Eventide clan. Bareth was working with the Mergen, striving to understand them. I foresaw he would have little use for an apprentice once his work with the Mergen was complete. Most of my clan were slain outright, their screams spiraling into the great cycle like smoke. I believe my master Bareth survived along with his apprentice, Nell. I had already left Eventide, and would have escaped Twilight Pass altogether but for my desire to visit with Mora. It will be worth it. I know it will. I was an apprentice to Bareth during his astounding work with the beasts. Wishing to move out of his shadow and to prove my own worth, I set out to explore the world. What I found, who I found, it was all so unexpected. It existed in Twilight Pass long before Ashmore and Eventide, and even before the House of Vengeance and our Grand Winter Court. Recognize magic is wild and deep. The Fate Weaver Mora Challan resides in the Great Chamber, imprisoned in her home by the Tuatha. I encountered her there when exploring. She has made a bargain with me. If I help her escape, she will help me alter my fate. No longer will misfortune plague me. This pleases me. Reckonai is a vast, cavernous ruin, and finding Mora in its depths is a task better fit for two. Let us go. She's imprisoned in the Great Chamber far below the surface. The Murgan will seek to stop us, but a bit of force will turn them back. Excellent. Let's go.
You did find it. And that is your curse? The Arathi are gone.
Let's
Upon
go.
these shattered ribs of early cities, they've left no mark. No name, no prayer, no secret word, no promise of return, no warning cry, no tale of a lonely death. What message might they have left, scratched in this antique stone, soft as a dusty grave? The peace of the Arathi returns the lifeblood of magic. They are the ultimate deceivers, the opposite of that which they appear. I saw their true form. Monstrosity. Foul and terrible I once thought wondrous. My entire life spent chasing this dream. There was the truth before me. We are alone. There is nothing to save us. No greater things than the things we wreak.
Let's go.
It is as I feared. The door to the great chamber has been locked and warded. Give me a moment and I will see what I can do. Keep a watchful eye for Mergen. It would be a pity for our journey to end here. I understand.
Ordo, you have returned, and you have brought a companion. I see many things, but never did I foresee this. Welcome, new friend. It is a pity, for you I mean, that Ordo's hunger for a brighter fate has so clouded his judgment. You are so innocent, sweet Ordo. It pains me to do what must be done, and to have your friend witness it. I am Mora, Watcher of the Weave. This world, this tapestry of time, it is composed of many threads, each in its place. And then there's you, a loose thread. Gask and his pet sword Cryamore bound me to this chamber, fearing what might happen if I ventured into their new kingdom. They will learn soon enough. I've been trapped in this magical ruin by the Tuatha. I suppose it is a compliment that only the strong magic of Wekkenai can hold me here. This thread in time that has brought me here. I see it now. It has brought me to you. The Tuatha have trapped me in this ruin, my home, aware of my true power, but ignorant of my wrath. You see, Mora Chalin does not forget. I need the strength to break the curse, and will do anything to escape, even if it means draining the life essence from this poor wretch. Regrettable, but it is the only way. Now, I shall take Ordo and consume him as fuel for my revenge. As for you, stand aside or perish. Gask sealed this ruin with the blood of the dead, and the spirits of the Fae fallen. It is cursed, and I with it. The place I once called home, now my prison. To break the curse, I must draw strength from the life essence of another. Ordo carries the power I crave, but not for much longer. You wish to fight Mora Chalin where she is strongest? So be it. The Tuatha cannot yet know my wrath. You will. Goodbye.
Thank you for defeating Mora. I am lucky to be able to walk the lands yet another day longer. You have my blessings. I think I will meditate here a while and think on what I will do next. Eventide was a clan of the highest regard until the Tuatha destroyed it. We believed in the judgment of the Winter Court, and the Summer Court never interfered in our decisions. I was an apprentice to Bareth during his astounding work with the beasts. Wishing to move out of his shadow and to prove my own worth, I set out to explore the world. What I found, who I found, was all so unexpected. The Merkin used to stay underground, but now they have been drawn to the surface. Twilight Pass is full of hidden nooks in which the Merkin might hide, so look before you leap, friend. To be caged deep in a ruin like Wekkenai is a punishment too unbearable for any Fae. I am forever grateful. That was quite an ordeal. I am forever grateful.
And so here you are, imprisoned in the magic of these Fey stones, to live eternally in a drifting stream of song and echoed voices. Your body, long decayed, your family and friends, lost to the passage of time. Adrift in these chaotic swirls of cacophony, you would spend your time yearning to be free, but knowing that with that freedom comes such a pathetic nothingness that even this stone prison is preferable. The gods can keep their false world. I will make her own.
Prepare! Try the parent mortal!
If you were here, then you were sold. Body will burn. To crumbled ash will your bones turn. There is no hope left for your life. Wielding hammer, sword, or knife will not save you. You are the waste of a contempt's malicious taste. And what awaits your untuned mind is what you hope you'll never find. The vilest, darkest, blackest thing. The conscience of a reigning king.
I was hoping someone would come. Have you ever seen such things? Such violence? Such abominations? I cannot comprehend it. First the clan of Eventide and now Bareth. There is no other like him in all of Alabastra. His interest in other races, most notably those of the blue flesh, has yielded much understanding. But the Tuatha wish to exploit every trace of knowledge to their own ends, so the learned such as us are weapons to them. Thus they took Bareth, wishing to extract his knowledge by any means. Your kind call them Mergen, denizens of the sea and shore. They are violent, yes, and devious, but only out of self-preservation. The Tuatha have imprisoned them and turned their potential violent instincts into a barely controllable weapon of pure hate. Though it is part of winter's decay, I feel that it is tragic. It is unnatural for Fae, seelie or unseelie, to take prisoners, so like mortals. The clan of Eventide was all but returned to the Great Cycle by Tuatha soldiers. Most of our people were drawn behind the veil, and they were the fortunate ones. He wishes to add mortal beasts to Gadflow's ranks, an endless supply of living weapons, until only the Alfar, the Almeen, and the Varani remain to oppose him. Someone must stop them. If not Bareth, then you or me. The Mergen are dangerous enough now, but imagine if the Tuatha commanded their numbers. I last saw Bareth as Crymore's men dragged him deep into the mine. Walk with a light foot. Acting while unseen will offer your best chance of survival, and try to use the anger of the Mergen against our common enemy. Crymore keeps him nearby. If you can, release the Mergen prisoners. Their rage and hate will coalesce on their persecutors, not Bareth. Goodbye. Crymor is gone, but so is Berth. He did not deserve such an end. Do you hear me? He was a kind spirit. You are a friend to Eventide, even if few of its folk remain. Take this key. It will unlock hidden treasures of our clan. Any you find will be open to you now. Thank you, mortal. Now go. Good luck.
sacrifice.
Another dustling for the fire.
You're back. I was keeping an eye on you from a safe distance, to see if you would keep your promise. I am amazed. I dared not speak of it, but there are prophecies of a mortal who would herald our kind's passing. While the defeat of Gask will count as a victory against the madness of Gadflow, I wonder if it is a harbinger of darker nights ahead. Prophecies aside, you have done as I asked, and we, the clan of Ashmore, recognize you. Farewell.
Agarth will not be far behind you. Neither of us saw any sign of Aelin Shear or Ventriniu. A scout on the ridge above saw the two Arthur mounting for a counterattack. You should hear what he has to say before we move on. If you'd rather not wait, talk with Agarth. Time is of the essence. Agarth, if he tells you he's ready, then my people are as well. Of course, if you wish to proceed with caution, the scout on the ridge will know what we're up against. Careful.
Good to see you here. Ready? I am. But there hasn't been any sign of Aelin Shear or Ventrinio. Damn it all, I knew we couldn't trust her. You're right. At least now I don't need to worry about when she's going to betray us. Just how she already has. Right now, we just need to get through the House of Vengeance and kill the Cur. He's the closest thing Vengeance has to a leader anymore. A face so consumed with hatred that he's little more than a beast. If you're going to get into Bale, the Cur has to die. We'll go as far as we can. Whatever is happening in Bale needs to be stopped as quickly as possible. Listen, you're more powerful than I ever was. If anyone can stop this, it's you. When you kill the Cur, you go into Bale and stop Gadflow. If we get separated, I'll keep fighting to keep an escape route open for you. Now go! Stay on guard. This is it. Foolish mortals, listen well to advice in this tale of atrocities that we will tell. Horror awaits the fools who fell and languish behind arcane veil.
Another mortal.
Of old they sung, but now a god, proclaimed enchanting song. They worship on their earthen sod, and bow their heads and pray and nod. Another name to bear their wrong. is to the forest, Tirnoch is to the Fae of winter. Some embrace this new Gadflow spoke of Tirnoch, and the Prismere emanated its power. It is a source of magic and hatred. It no longer slumbers beneath Amethyst. The unbroken horizon of the winter is now the fiery haze of destruction.
It is good to see another in this place. I could not bear to see all the pain being caused, when I am the one who wishes to remove pain. I tried to help above when I was attacked by Tuatha. I found shelter here, and now I'm afraid there is still madness above. It may seem unsettling that I would take solace in a place like this, but I have time to hone my talents. Time away from the madness above. The Tuatha tried to punish me for being a healer, but I was fortunate to escape to this place. I do not know what will become of me, only that I wish to stay away from any Tuatha that may be nearby. I have seen them, the things they can do. It was why I chose to help. And then, the things they did to me just because I was helping. I thought perhaps I would stay away, down here, but every place I find seems touched by Prismeer, so I stopped searching. Until we meet another time.
warlike engines roar and quake through heaven's path. In Gadflow's name they battle more. And then, despite the peace of yore, will murder neighbors in their wrath. They left you helpless and without hope, among the barren plains or searching for food on mountain slope, and finding only gallows rope. And then you thank them for your pains. Two sides are yours to choose, and the evils they put out. One to kill you without a ruse. One you're merely tools for their use. Either way, a foolhardy seat.